discovered the benefits of rear sliding windows. They suck the heat out very marvellously at any speed, it seems. Going for a nice jolly over to Chelmsford, because why not? Hopefully go and get some shorts, because this weather is definitely weather that requires it for a little bit cooler. So give a bit of a test. I'm hoping to drive into Guildford tomorrow for the Macmillan Cancer Sports Show. It means a fair bit to myself and a few of my friends who, in fact, and the family really, who've all lost someone the last few years down to the horrible disease. So hopefully to get this there tomorrow, and you can go on the Renault stand. That's the idea anyway. So I give him a few little runs to make sure I'm absolutely happy with him. But so far I've been quite confident about it. I don't know if I've ever told you about this car in this respect, but the vents you always see on the bonnet go into the bulkhead, which is directly behind the dash panel in here, and it basically just turbocharges any cold air from outside through the vent, and then there is these circular big vents here that point just about wherever you want them to, and that is a direct feed from outside. They aren't connected to the heater at all. The heater is from the windscreen or by your feet. But these face vents are marvellous, because what they're allowing me to do is have the heater matrix left on hot, so it's acting as another area of a radiator to keep the engine cool. I've got that aimed up at the top, so obviously the heat rises straight up, and then the cold air's at your face, but you've got the rear windows open, so it's always just like a really good little like ventilation system got going on here. So you've got the hot coming from the front and going to the back, you've got the cold air from the front also coming through, and it's just carrying it all out very nicely. It's marvellous. So making a car that does not have air conditioning incredibly bearable to drive. Right now it feels like I've got aircon going in my face. It is that good. One thing with I think is why they've made modern cars have such tiny rear windows, and tinted ones at that, because it makes it cooler. But to me, it also restricts visibility massively. It means that they've then got to put cameras and sensors and stuff onto enable you to actually park or even see out the thing properly. Whereas what I like about these old cars is, and you can probably tell from what you can see from the camera lens, every window is huge and you can see everything you need to out of it. I can't see the bonnet because I've got the visibility through the windows. I can judge where the back is quite easily, whereas a modern car, the windows are really high up in the air. You can easily have a toddler standing behind you unless you've got sensors or a camera to actually show you what's there. You haven't got a clue. Whereas this, they've got to be pretty tiny, and you're going to, generally speaking, you're going to see them because you've got that much visibility. That's one thing I really have the stress that I do not like about modern cars. But of course, all mine, as I'm sure you can tell, have got these great big windows and great big lots of visibility, which is absolutely lovely. It's just how I like it. One of the major things I love about old cars in comparison to modern ones. There we go. There we go. We're only doing about 55 today, and that's all I'll probably be doing tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, it's an old car, and although it will probably more than likely do it, I don't see the point in pushing a car for the sake of it. I'll tell you what I don't hear right now. Don't think anyway. I cannot, the engine is not running funny, as it's running hot, and I can't hear any bubbling, which is indication of good thing in many ways. Heater matrix smells quite hot, but at the end of the day, I'd be expecting it at that sort of speed. I'd be expecting it to probably be running at probably about 90-95 degrees, so it is going to smell hot. But as I can't hear anything from the expansion bottle going funny, I can't see it going crazy. It seems to be behaving just lovely and being all happy with how it's being driven and how everything's put together, so excellent news. Right, I can only show I'm in 4th gear right now because I'm revving a lot more than 40. generally going through towns or just country roads, and doing 50, 55 or 60 was probably all you were ever going to really get to at a stretch. Because generally you would be probably sitting in town, because in the old days most long roads were just going all the way straight through towns, villages, so you were barely getting up to very much speed. Whereas obviously it wasn't until I think it was probably about the 70s when they started making motorways where faster roads and therefore higher cruise speed really came into it. So yeah, although 50 sounds quite slow now, back then that was pretty standard really. And what I can say is, and this is something that really amuses me, is that when you do 50, you have a right laugh when you come to a speed restricted section, because you suddenly realise you haven't actually got to slow down at all, because 9 cases out of 10 they're 50 mile an hour anyway, so you haven't actually got to do anything, you just keep on cruising. It's absolutely great fun if you ask me. I've just found it absolutely really amusing. There we go. I'm starting to feel the engine having a little miss again, and I came from the hairdressers, so you might notice my hair's a little bit different again. When I was at the hairdressers I had him running, and I did notice that the exhaust seems to be blowing a little bit again, which I can't blame it, because at the end of the day, as I showed you, I did use gasket sealer, which was a little bit underrated temperature wise. What I've just done is, I've just actually been to Motorfacts, so I've just got some of that lovely stuff, which is rated at, I think it's 340 something. So given the fact that my temperature gun says that the exhaust manifold runs at about 250, I think 340 should be more than enough to do it. And as long as obviously I put a good coating on it, it's going to seal nicely, I think, and last a bit longer than a few days. So yeah, but, he's not running too badly, and I'm hardly noticing it really, so I'm not too bothered at the moment. I'll do it when I get home later on, and obviously let him cool down a bit, because if I do it now I really will be asking him trouble. So yeah, the most satisfying thing on the planet, I think, in my experience and my opinion, when you've taken a car that was in the state this was in when I got it and rebuilt it, and now you get to drive it around. It's so satisfying, just knowing that everything you're doing you've had an influence in actually doing and making it possible. And if I could just say a big thank you to Les Craven, who is a person on the Renault Classic Car Club, who very kindly sent me the carburettor manifold to make this engine work, which came off out of his spares for a Caravelle, which all fits together nicely. It runs absolutely superbly on this carburettor. Haven't even rebuilt it, I've literally just bolted it on, it's working beautifully. So thank you very much, Les. It runs an absolute treat. I could definitely feel when I managed to engage the double barrel effect, because it does have quite a nice noise to it. And on another note, because I don't think I've thanked him enough yet on air, and that is to my friend Dan Worthing, who runs Renault Repairs, who's called Paul Cunningham. He has been working on this era of car in the Renault trade for 42 years. He's got so much knowledge, so much expertise, so much experience, and since I've known him over, I think it's been about the last 5 years, he's helped me out a tremendous amount. And with this car in particular, he's really been quite the influence on helping me get it done, with just giving me pointers to how to do things. The brakes, for example, I asked him, what would you do here? He said, try this, and all of a sudden it works. It's just always little things that really help. And the biggest thing that's been the latest problem, that is a radiator. He tried to tell me very early on, it sounds like a blocked radiator, but me being me, I really wanted a quick and easy fix and having seen that the price for a new one was about 400 quid, even a recall was still 180, so it's not a cheap job at all really, either way. But he was trying to get through to me, and then the last straw come to me. I came to realise what he was saying, and he was absolutely right. It was the radiator wasn't flowing properly, and a few other people on the owners club said the same thing as well. But when I was sitting there thinking, well, that means I've got to wait for either to get recalled or wait for a new one to arrive. I've got to save up for that as well, because being an apprentice, not on the best wage, so means you have to save up an awful lot to do things. But at the end of the day, I also actually think that makes it more satisfying, because you've worked hard to have what you have. But yeah, he said to me, why don't you have you not got any spare radiators you can try? Maybe you can cut a few hoses up, connect a few up with bits of old exhaust pipe, stuff like that, just make it work. And he inspired me to bury the hatch, well, just bury the hatch with myself over the fact of my Mark 15 being original and not wanting to pull it to pieces. And he didn't actually say anything about touching the car. It was actually, he said to me, can you not get a Mark 251 to fit somehow? And I got it home that night after it overheated, one night after it overheated, going to my stepfather's, and got home and had these two Super 51s sitting outside, which were both beyond being able to use. One had a broken off suspension pipe on it, and the other one was the other one had a broken top hose, so neither of them could be used. And then it suddenly occurred to me, oh, hang on a minute, the Mark 15, the hose inlet and outlet are in exactly the same place as they are on a 10. So for do I, don't I? And I'm sitting there thinking, the Mark 1's a perfect original car, even the radiator is the one it left the dealership with originally. I'm thinking, do I want to pull that apart? I didn't really want to, but at the end of the day, is it going to help me solve this car in a basically completely cost-effective way? Because in fact, it didn't cost me a penny to do it. It was just all using expertise. And spent until 1:30 on the Sunday morning of going to Bromley fitting the radiator from a Mark 15, and if it wasn't for the fact that I wasn't happy with how it was fitted, I would have driven it to Bromley. But how it was fitted, although it was secure, I wasn't happy to continue any further. But that did, however, obviously spark the inspiration for doing something completely bespoke to this car, which is the radiator bracket and setup using because I had to use I had a Renault 12 top hose that just happened to be exactly the right size for the Mark 15 rad to sit over like that to the 10 bottom hose, and then a 12 one that just reaches over further, because the Mark 15 rad is slightly wider. So I got that all done. Obviously that's made a completely bespoke bracket, but without Paul's influence I never would have tried it, and that's what I really want to thank you for, just constantly inspiring me, and what's the word I'm looking for, and confidence in my abilities as a learning mechanic to try things out and get it right. Because honestly, without him doing all that, then I really don't think I would have got this far with this car. Everything he's done is just, everything he's said and helped me with has just been of real help. Wow, it goes uphill backwards considerably well. Really well, in fact. There we go. Right, that's enough for me for now. I'll speak to you very soon. Hope you enjoy the video. Hi there, so I am now back from the trip to Chelmsford. Didn't actually end up going for shorts at all, got a bit sidetracked at Grandma's, so I've now still got as many shorts I had this morning, but never mind, a bit of time the grandparent can never go to miss. So he's run absolutely beautifully, and I've just driven back. Obviously it started to rain, wiper motors being typical white motor from the 60s, and unless you've got sufficient water on screen, the motor is a little bit has not really got as much oomph as it really needs to be pushing the wipers backwards and forwards, unless the windscreen itself is really wet. So it does make it a little bit scary, but I've oiled everything up and it's working the entire time no matter what, so that's a good thing. So I'm happy that he should go to Guildford tomorrow, so I'm going to get myself an early night, head off nice and early, take it nice and steady, and hopefully I'll post some photos tomorrow at the Macmillan Cancer Sports Show in Guildford. So till then, take care. Nice. Thank you very much for watching.